Shalom, call Halayim like Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and pushed the truth with all truth and sincerity. Sincere Shalom to the hopeful elect, the house of David, 1/3 that's scattered throughout the four corners of the earth that's tuning in, pushing the truth with all truth and sincerity. And this title of this lesson will be Having Light in This Dark World. Because society is only going to get worse. It's only going to get darker and colder. There's not going to be a shoulder to lean on, so to speak, but things that pertain to the truth, the gospel. Because as everything crumbles more and more, people will become more ruthless, animalistic, savage. Because their survival instincts will kick in, and even how it is now, still being under the curses makes things even harder for us. This is Matthew 24:12. And because iniquity shall abound, iniquity is sin upon sin, the love of many shall wax cold. And we see that now. We see it mainly when Esau came into power. All right, and as society, as this man's kingdom collapses, it's going to be a very rough fall. And a lot of people are gonna fold because they're not going to be able to handle it. They're not going to be able to handle this pressure, this darkness. They're going to get consumed by the darkness of this world. It's Matthew 9 and verse 37. Then saith he unto his disciples, the harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. It's not a lot of people that's called to understand the scriptures, to break down the scriptures, so on and so forth. It's not a lot. It's a very small number of men that can do that, and women that listen to do that. And guess what? Many are called, but few are chosen. Go to the book of let's go to Job 29. Salakia. I don't know, man. It's Satan. I was feeling just fine until I hit record. Once I hit record, man, now I feel like shit. This is Job 29 and 24. If I laughed on them, they believed it not. In the light of my countenance they cast not down. I chose out their way, and sat chief, and dwell as a king in the army, as one that comforteth the mourners. So when the righteous are ruling, they're respected, and righteousness spreads. And that light, all right, goes into wisdom. And that wisdom, the ultimate wisdom, is knowing the Heavenly Father. This is Ecclesiastes 8. in verse 1. Who is as the wise man, and who knoweth the interpretation of a thing? A man's wisdom maketh his face to shine, and the boldness of his face shall be changed. This is Jeremiah chapter 9 and verse 23. Thus said Yahweh, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might, let not the rich man glory in his riches, but let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me, that I am Yahweh, which exercise loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. For in these things I delight, saith Yahweh. And that's what being that light, having that light. That's a part of the light. Let's go to Psalms and Psalms 119, 119 verse 105, all right, 105, and it says none, N-U-N. I was going to the concordance for that word none. Looks like it's English, man, from the looks of it. It's not in the concordance, so let's go into that word none on see if we can get the proper breakdown of that real quick. It says a woman belonging to a religious group. So you know how the Catholics wear the black and the white. Now that's what it means in English, but in the scriptures it could have a completely different meaning. I would have to do more research on that. If you brothers want to, it's Psalms 119, verse 105. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. I'm going to reread that. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. And that word is these scriptures, Yahweh Shai. Without knowing, see, you can't know the Heavenly Father without knowing Yahweh Shai. It's impossible. You can't serve the Heavenly Father without serving Yahweh Shai. This is Psalms 23 and 4. Yeah, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. And that main valley of the shadow of death is Babylon the Great. Because when you go into shadow and darkness, it's what? Confusion. You can't understand what's going on in the dark. Humans can't see in the dark like I don't know, a cat or what's another creature you can see in the dark very well. Can't think of one, but for sure cats. They can see pretty much just as good as in the daylight as in the nighttime, and humans weren't created that way. Now, yes, I've seen individuals train themselves to see in the darkness, but it still is not up to par. And that's like with the scriptures. You say you know the Heavenly Father, this and that, but you deny Yahweh Shai. What's up with that? This is Isaiah 24 and 10. The city of confusion It's broken down. Every house is shut up, that no man may come in. There is a cry for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. And that's what's finna happen real soon in Babylon the Great with this economic collapse. This new viruses that's gonna come out. This place is not gonna make it, man. It's gonna be hyperinflation this year, next year, whatever. It's not gonna survive. This is Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, and that dust represents what? Confusion, right? You don't really know what's going on. O virgin daughter of Babylon, right? Let's go into the word Babylon. What does it mean? Babel. And what is that? Confusion by mixing. And what has Babylon the Great done? Exactly that. The only way out of this valley of the shadow of death is the light from the Heavenly Father via Yahweh Shai. And it starts with these scriptures. It's Proverbs 13:9. The light of the righteous rejoices, but the lamp of the wicked shall be put out. That's it for this lesson. Lord's will is edifying. Shalom.